I wake up in the middle of the night, and I'm about 3 years old, and I'm alone at home, and so I put on my pants inside out, and I go wandering down the street, and there's a man working at a bakery having a cigarette, and he sees this little kid walking down the street, calls him over, calls the police. The police, who knew my parents because they'd been to our house, go down to the bar, got my parents, took me home. But that's the essence of what I would say my childhood. I grew up in a welfare family. My father was in prison a couple of times. Both my parents were alcoholics, and I spent a lot of time alone. I never want anybody to have my childhood, but I'm so fortunate to have had that childhood because it's the catalyst for the creation of Friends of the Children. The neighborhood we're in right now is known as the Albina neighborhood of Northeast Portland. I grew up right in this neighborhood all the way from grade school to high school and even early college. In my early 20s, I was everything from a child care worker to becoming a CPA and attorney at law, and eventually ended up creating a timber investment firm. And for the first time in my life, I had resources, so I really wanted to follow up on the promise to give back to children that had been in my circumstances. When I worked at the juvenile court and I saw children coming through there, and I knew that most of them never needed to be there if they'd had someone like a friend. But we basically asked for the most difficult children in the school, the most challenging children, and the children that are going to end up in difficult circumstances as adults. But then we make a long-term commitment. Most people stay 6 to 18 months. We stay 12 years. We teach them life skills, etc. Maybe for the first time, a child knows an adult genuinely cares about them. Most programs, you have to earn your way or behave a certain way to stay in the program. We stay with a child through thick and thin, and a child may fade or leave, but we're always there for them. Now that we've been doing it for 17 years, we've seen the results. And we've had 5 graduating classes, and 92% of the children have stayed out of the juvenile justice system. And 80% of them have graduated from high school or got their GED. Many of them are the first ones in their family to ever do so. And 96% of the young women have not become parents at an early age. And the most important thing is that it breaks the cycle of poverty and crime. And it changes these children's lives, and they become healthy, productive members of society and not an economic or social burden to the rest of the community. Before I died, I wanted to change one child's life in reality, not talk about it, not go to a conference, really change a child's life. Well, now we've changed almost 1,000 children's lives during this program, and I think eventually it'll be 5,000 and then 10,000. We can change children's lives. It wasn't a dream, it wasn't just an idea. We think this is how communities will care about their children in the future.